Hey guys, Bryce here. Yes, I'm not using Bubble anymore, or LimeGo or anything. I'm saying my actual name. Well, I haven't done a Visual Basic tutorial in a while, so I'm just gonna show you how to add settings on your program. It's pretty simple, but first I'm just gonna show you my new program, LimeEdit. It's a free HTML editor. You can get it at limeedit.org. I also have FTP on there if you need to upload your website. You just go here and you can download it here from Softpedia or from my local mirror that I've set up. So if you code HTML, you can get that. It's pretty easy and fun. Yeah, it's uploaded. Anyway, okay, so we're just going to open Visual Basic. And make a new project. I'm going to call it My App. And when it's created, then just resize it to what you want. We will make settings for, well, first we'll just make another form for the settings form. So add a Windows control, call it settings.vb, and I'm going to rename this main.vb. Okay, open settings, settings, and I'm going to make it so it doesn't show in the taskbar, and I'm also going to make it a fixed tool window. Okay, so now we've got this. Gonna add a group box and just resize that to what you want. Leave a bit at the bottom for the cancel and OK buttons. Okay, we're gonna write OK, so and okay, now the text on this, I'm just going to get rid of it. You can add text, but I'm not going to have anything there. Okay, the first checkbox, going to add show label 1. Okay, now we've added that, we're going to double click my project here, and we're going to go to settings. Now you'll have this. Going to name it label 1 setting. You can name it whatever you want, and make sure the type is Boolean. That's a true false type. I'm going to leave it on false. Okay, now I'm going to thin this down a bit, about there. Just make it small, and I don't think we're going to add that many settings, so I'll make it a bit smaller that way as well. Okay, now I'm just going to pause the video for a sec because I gotta go do something, and then when I'm back I'll show you how to get that to work. Okay, I'm back. Well, yeah, we've made our form. Now we're going to double click this, and we're going to make it so when the settings form loads, it shows you, it ticks the box if the setting's true and it unticks it if it's false. So just double click on the form so it's the settings, it handles the loading, and write in checkbox1.checked equals my.settings dot whatever you called your setting, so label 1 setting, and then go back to settings, and we're going to double click OK. Now we're going to go my.settings.label1 setting equals checkbox 1.checked, and then we're going to go my.settings.save. Okay. Now we're going to add an if, and with settings on the OK button, if it's adjusting something at the main loading point, then you obviously wouldn't have to do this if thing. You just leave it with that setting there, like I have on LimeEdit 3.0, which isn't released yet. The voice startup that says stuff, I didn't have to do if for that, but for stuff that's changing on the actual form, you have to do if. So we're going to if checkbox 1.checked equals true, then now we're going to like hide if it's checked, then it's going to show label 1. So label 1, whoops, main, don't forget that, dot label 1 dot visible equals true. Okay, now I will be right back. Come back. Now we've got an error because I haven't created label 1 yet. Else main dot label 1 dot visible equals false. Okay, so now we've got that. We're going to go back to the main design, and I'm going to resize it so it's about that big. Now we're going to create a label, and we're going to write setting 1 settings work. Okay. Now I'm going to make it a bit bigger so you can see it if the quality isn't that good. I don't know if the quality is going to be that good, so I'm going to make it 16. And resize it to about that. Oh no, I'll make it a bit bigger because I'm going to show you. Okay, now we're going to test this. Well, first we need a way to get to the settings. So, button. Gonna add a little button in the corner and call it settings. Double click it. Settings.show. Now with settings, we're going to double click this, me.close, and at the end of this, me.close. So either way it's closing. Now we're going to test it. Okay. Now I've got this, click settings, show label 1. I forgot to hide it. Wait, one sec. Okay, I'm back. My mum just got home, so. Okay, now, yeah, as I was saying, I forgot to hide the label to start with. So I'm gonna hide it now. One sec. Mum's calling me again. Okay, now I've hidden it. Then, yeah, I did. Okay, now we're going to test it out. That failed. Okay, so there's no label there. Click settings. Alright, because we had that at true in the settings, so it ticked it automatically. Okay, now we're going to click OK. Settings work. Okay, now I'm going to untick it. Click OK. It hides it. See it? If I click cancel, even though I've ticked it, it doesn't do it. Okay, so that we know that's working now. And when you click OK, it saves the settings. So on the next load of the program, it'll be hidden. Yet if I do that and then load it again, it should be showing. I don't. Alright. That's the bit I forgot. I don't know, I'm forgetful when I'm making videos. Label 1 dot visible equals my dot settings dot label. Yeah. Okay, now you gotta put that on main load. So when it loads, it gets that setting and sets it. Okay. Now I've got that. We're gonna add another setting. This is gonna be the last setting because I don't want my videos to go for too long. Since they've been going too long. Talk on start. Okay, now we're gonna add so when you're starting your form, it talks to you. We'll add that now. Make it a bit small. And then okay, so we've got settings. Gonna go back to my app or whatever you've called it there and make sound as a Boolean and do that as true, so it always does that. Now we're going to go back to here, double click it, and as I said, every time you do it you got to add a new one of these on the load sound, and also here you got to add my.settings.sound equals checkbox 2.check. Okay. Now, as I said, this is a main loading, so you don't need an if. Okay, one sec, my mom's calling me again. Oh, she gets annoying. Okay, now gonna go dim. No, wait. I'll just write the talking bit first. Dim voice, and then we'll go voice equals. I forgot it. Nah. Object dot. God, it's something like that. It's like object dot. Wait, I'll just try and I'll get it from my. Remembered it. Okay. Create object. Oh, I was just like literally just about to click the minimize button to open my other one, and I remembered it. Okay, create. And if you don't believe me, check the time. It stayed exactly the same. Sapi. I think it's sapi. Dot. Something. Voice or something. Okay, I'm gonna check that. That I have to check. Okay, one sec. Oh my god, why does that keep happening, man? I remembered it again. Okay, anyway. Now we're gonna go Voice.Speak. Let's see. And in here we're gonna write my application. That's what it's gonna say. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's what it says. Now we're gonna go. Let's see. Okay. If okay, I'm gonna totally mix up this. Okay, mix up exactly what this setting does. We're gonna go to settings. We're gonna delete this. Okay. Now you're gonna get some errors. We're gonna go label, and we're gonna write speak. Okay. Extend this a bit. And you're going to add a text box. Now, I'm just showing you this so you'll know a different how to make a string setting, because string settings are different to Boolean settings. Okay, now sound, we're going to change this to string. Okay, and the string's value is going to be my application. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, now I'm going to go back to settings and I'm going to double click this. Text box 1.text equals My.Settings.sound. Text box 1.text. Okay, so you're just going to change the entry thing so it's just got a string type instead of Boolean. So now we've got that. Okay, we're going to go Voice.Speak, My.Settings, what was that, sound, and that means it's going to say that string when it starts up. Let's try that out.
Welcome.
Okay, it said welcome. Now I'm going to go here, and it said welcome, exactly what we set in the settings. Line edit. You might want to put a space between each word. Like line edit's one word, but when they're saying it, they'll mix it up. So line edit is a good HTML video. And as I did with that. Okay. Quit it. When I start it,
Line edit is a good HTML editor.
yeah, and it said it. Settings, and it still says it there. Well, that's two types of settings. You can look up whatever you need on Google, will have it. As you can see, you've got a large list of different settings that it can save. There's Boolean, string. Boolean and string are the most used settings. Okay, so now we've got the settings. And I hope you liked my video. I hope it didn't go for that long. And please remember to download LimeEdit at www.limeedit.org.